A true story from Crystal Lake history. Tonight's story, A Royal Affair, focuses on three prominent Crystal Lake families, the Marshalls, the Gracies, and the Cadwells, over a 20-year period. Your first stop will be in the hardware store of John Marshall, located at the corner of Woodstock and William Street in downtown London. Now today you'd be more familiar with that location as being downtown Crystal Lake, and the store that's there now is called the Olympic Cafe. You'll be visiting a variety of locations after that, moving forward in time, until finally you'll end up in the year 1920 at the Crystal Lake train station across the street from where you started. So please follow me and please enjoy Dearly Departed, A Royal Affair.
Customers. Excellent.
Step in.
Business is brisk. Business is brisk.
First, I'd like to warn everyone, this is an old house, and this door might open up while we're talking. Don't worry about it, it's not a ghost. As we get older, things tend to loosen up, if you know what I mean. Well, hello, welcome to John A. Marshall Hardware Store. John Anderson Marshall. Yep, that's the name that was given to me by my mother way back in the misty moors of Scotland in 1838. My mother was a fine woman, always wanting the best for me. She said, John, move to America. You'll do well there. It's the land of opportunity. So I crossed the big pond and I came to America.
We're going to hear that story again, Father.
Well, you don't have to listen if you don't want to.
Good.
Young people these days, when I was a lad such as he, I was never so disrespectful.
I'm sorry, Father. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
Well, as I was saying, at my mother's urgings, I came across the big pond to America, and I became a farmer and then a grain dealer before opening my own hardware store in downtown Nunde. It's a beautiful building. I've done well. I purchased this building and the one next door from old Dr. Ballou in 1861.
Emphasis on old.
And this building it's a corner storefront with some offices up above, and next door has a large hall above it. All are rented, and it brings me in a tidy sum each month. Business is brisk. John Gracie and his son were just in here right before you came, and I was able to add over $30 to his monthly tab. John Gracie's a fine man. He's well respected throughout all of McHenry County, and people look up to him. His son has some royally big shoes to fill, if you know what I mean.
Delivery.
Oh, good, you're still open.
Mrs. Cadwell, Mrs. Cox, Mrs. You know what, I've never met a divorced woman before, so I'm really not sure if I should call you by your maiden name of Cadwell or your ex-husband's name of Cox.
Please. Mr. Marshall, let me just make it easy on you. How about if you just call me Mary?
Okay.
I hate it when people use the last name of my horrid ex-husband, that lying, cheating, low-down scum of the earth man that he is. J. Harvey Cox and I divorced 10 years ago. And the only good thing that came out of that is I got a nice, tidy settlement that I was able to take and purchase 2 fine horses, a taxi wagon, and start a livery business where I could take passengers from the train depot all the way down to the lake, and then from the lake all the way back to the train depot. We have a tidy business that I've been running for the last 10 years. My only hope is that that low down, lying, cheating J. Harvey Cox ex-husband of mine would leave town and take his little paramour, Tina Cash, with him. Maybe then my daughter Emma and I can live a peaceful and respectable life in town.
Emma? Did Emma come with you, Mrs. Ma'am?
No, John, I'm sorry. Emma did not come with me. She has the sniffles today and is feeling under the weather. I only came to town to pick up a couple items from your father's hardware store and then to go next door to Severn's drugstore to pick up a bottle of that cure-all elixir that he has been advertising in the Nunday Herald. Have you seen those advertisements? No?
Doesn't
They've been
work.
quite prominent.
You're going to pick up an enema?
No, I'm picking up elixir for my daughter Emma.
Oh, sorry, lass. You know my hearing's not what it used to be.
Evidently.
Mary, I'm so sorry for all the troubles your husband caused you. But don't worry, you know, there still are some good men out there. I'm sure you're going to find one day. You know, my first wife's name was Mary. She was 16 years younger than I. I still can't believe I outlived my dear, sweet, beautiful Mary.
I don't think I ever knew you had a first wife, Mr. Marshall. I only have ever known Maggie. But come to think of it, there's quite an age difference between you and Maggie as well, is there not?
30 years.
Did you say 30 years?
younger than
30.
I.
30.
I like them young, lass.
Goodness. Well, you certainly have proven yourself to be a fine husband and father. You and Maggie have 4 fine children, including John, his brother Walkie, and 2 sisters. What a fine, respectable family you are. And I just had a thought. We noticed how young John picked up his ears when I mentioned my daughter Emma. What if John and Emma got together and then our family could become one?
But ma'am, I'm only 13.
Oh, well, there's time for that then. Oh, and speaking of time, it's closing time. It's close to closing time, and I haven't even given you my list. Now, let me see. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, Mr. Marshall, your hand is shaking. Are you ill?
Ill? I can't afford to be ill. I have 4 children under the age of 13 at home that need me to take care of them. I have the commercial debt on these buildings to pay off. I have a large mortgage on that fine home I built for my dear sweet Maggie. Oh no, I can't afford to be sick. I have way too many people depending on me. But, as a matter of fact, it is closing time. So I'm going to bid everyone a good evening. I'm going to go home, get a well night's rest, be all energized and ready for in the morning so I can dispel all these rumors of me being ill. At 62 years of age, I'm as fit as a fiddle. John, could you show them the door, please?
Why, certainly.
Goodness.
Have a wonderful day, folks.
Hello, folks. Follow me, and we're going to let Mr. Marshall
Here's my list.
Oh, let's go over here.
We're going to go right up the hill here, and we're leaving the downtown Crystal Lake District, and we're going to climb the hill. We're leaving 1900 to 1905 in the future, and you'll meet Mrs. Marshall at the beautiful home Mr. Marshall built for her in 1900.
Hello, my name is Margaret Marshall, but my close friends and family call me Maggie. I'm sure you remember when my husband John said he was fit as a fiddle? Well, fit as a fiddle my foot. If I had known he was so ill, I would not have allowed him to work so hard or build us this big, beautiful home. And I certainly would not have allowed him to incur so much debt that I now need to somehow repay. It's now 1905, and John has been gone for over 2 years now. I must face reality. I'm not doing very well at keeping the books, paying the bills, and providing for our 4 children. Our sons John and Walkie have been a tremendous help at the hardware store. My son John, he's courting Emma Cox. I like Emma, despite the fact that her parents are divorced. Late last night, when I could not sleep, I had a royal idea. The solution to my problem is this: I need a husband. Yes, I know that sounds strange, but I really do need a husband. As much as I loved dear old John Marshall, and I do mean old, I need to be very strategic about picking a new spouse. To this end, I've developed a list of necessary criteria. Here it is. 1, my future husband must be younger than I am. Today, I am 37 years old. Why, that makes me middle-aged. Now, you may recall my first husband, John Marshall, was 30 years older than me. I will not be making that mistake again. Actually, a younger man could be quite delightful. 2, he must be in good health. 3, although this isn't absolutely necessary, it would be nice if my future husband was good looking and easy on the eyes, if you know what I mean. 4, he must be successful at business or come from a family of wealth and stability. I do have this very large stack of bills to pay, you know. So, with the list I've created, I've determined there is one man in our community that I have my eye on. His name is Royal Gracie. I know what you're thinking. Royal Gracie is 16 years younger than I am. I can see you doing the math. That does make him 21 years old. But, you know, Royal's mature, handsome, and fits all the criteria I've developed. Plus, I think he likes me too. Think what you want, say what you think, but I plan to marry this young man. His father is a rich farmer, his mother, my dear friend, and Royal Gracie will soon be my beloved husband. Now, I believe it is time you leave me and the year 1905 as well. History will prove by the end of 1905, I will be Mrs. Royal Gracie.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, the next show will be starting in exactly 3 minutes. If you have your tickets, you may enter the theater now. Sit anywhere you like. And if you have a hat, if you would please remove it as not to impede the view of the patron sitting behind you. Welcome. My name is Mrs. John Gracie, and on behalf of my son, Royal, I would like to welcome you to the Gem Theater. Tonight's presentation is Easy Street. It was released last fall in October 1916 and stars Charlie Chaplin. Tonight, the music will be presented by our local musician, Dwight Goodman, but I do see that he has not arrived yet, so we will have to start without him. But I'm sure all of you will enjoy the show.
I know my mother's introduced the movie to you, but she told you about the history of the moving picture business here in Crystal Lake.
I know I haven't.
Very well. My name is Royal Gracie. I know some of you people in the town think I'm a little scattered and restless, but back in 1910, my dear wife Maggie and I started the first moving picture theater in Crystal Lake. It was located across the street from here on the second floor of a building my wife's family owns.
Oh, Maggie, your dear wife Maggie. Where is she right now? Probably at home in bed.
Mother, please don't speak of my Maggie that way. I know you and the other townspeople have had a tough time accepting our marriage, given the age differential and all. But I love her, and she's accepting of my restless ways. And it was that love that brought you your beautiful granddaughter, Margaret.
Oh, Margaret, my darling granddaughter. Yes, you are right.
Anyway, back to my story for these folks. 1910, we started the Gem Theater in a building across the street from here. We had this place built in 1913. As you can see, it's quite expansive. It has seating for 308. And I see we have a pretty full house tonight, which will help pay a few overdue bills.
Excuse me, Royal, but it is time to start the show.
Very well, let's get the show started. I must warn you folks, though, I've been having some trouble with my projector. The arc lamp's been running hot, but I'm sure I've got it adjusted. Let's start her up. Confound it! I'm tired of this equipment constantly giving me fits. Darn it all! First the motor and now the lamp. I must admit I'm tired of fighting with this movie equipment. There must be a better way to make a living. Maybe I need to look beyond the borders of Crystal Lake.
Shame on you, Royal. Why, since you've been married, you've had at least 5 different professions. Let me see. You worked for Mr. Gates at the Terracotta Factory in Beloit. You were a farmer on your father's farm. You were a clerk at the Marshall Hardware Store, and now you own a theater. So what's going to be your next royal idea?
What's next? I think I want to leave Illinois and go west. Yes, sir, I hear there's big money to be made in the hills of Nevada. Big money. A man can purchase mineral rights, break open the ground with a pick, and the money will come pouring out in the form of silver. Silver! Just imagine it, folks. Striking it rich in the hills of Nevada, riding horses on the wide open prairie, never having to fight with this confounded movie equipment again. Yes, sir, that's where I'm going, to Nevada, where men are men.
And the plumbing's outside.
Who wants to come with me? Let's go to Nevada!
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it looks like we're not going to have a show this evening. Refunds will be available for your tickets at the booth. Please, let me show you out.
Moving along into Royal's future. We're going to be visiting the Packard Mine, 1920, one of the mine tours.
Hello. Oh, you're just in time. Just in time for the next tour. Come on in, folks. Watch your step. Watch your heads now. Watch your heads. You're coming into a mine. Be careful. Well, welcome to the Packard Mine. Just in time for the next tour. My name is T.G. Roberts, and I'm going to be your tour guide today. Now, my main concern is that you have a safe and informative tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clementine Ash, and I am the executive assistant to Mr. Mark Walser, the president of Nevada Packard Company. Mr. Walser was intending to be here with you on your tour today, but was called away to the county seat, Lovelock. He extends his sincerest apologies, but has full confidence that Mr. Roberts here will answer all of your questions about the mine.
Right. Well, now, as you can see, we're deep in the middle of a mine here in the western hills of Nevada.